What's going down, guys? Good morning. Just dropped the kids off at the bus. And Aces Wild sent me some info from the Las Vegas Review Journal that there's talks about, there's no decisions yet, it's just in the talk phase, about putting a SWAT building at the Route 91 concert area. That's kind of weird. But go check it out, the Las Vegas Review Journal. They have a few different, they have quite a few articles about the Vegas shooting, but I don't know if I've told you this, guy, if I've told you this before. So, I have a rodeo friend, and back in the, he's a little bit older than me, so back in the late 80s, he was gambling at Caesars after a rodeo. And he was pretty drunk, and I mean really drunk, he said. And he was at the craps table, and he stood up, and he was going to pass out. So he grabbed on the table, knocked the craps table down, all the chips went flying. Well, they took him to the back room and asked him, why were you trying to steal the chips and this and that. He goes, dude, I'm just a drunk rodeo dude. You know, I just need to go to bed. Well, they escorted him out and they blacklisted him. So, never to come back to Caesars in Vegas. So, this is like, I think he said 2003. He was back in Vegas for another rodeo. And his buddy says, hey, let's go play some blackjack over there at Caesars. He's like, yeah, let's go. So, they go, he plays a couple hands, and then he feels a tap on his shoulder. Well, he looks back, and they asked him, Mr. Maldonado? He goes, yes. They said, come with us. So, they escort him out. Two bouncer dudes, escort him out to the front doors, and they said, hey, why are you blacklisted? And he said, I got drunk here in the 80s and knocked over a craps table. And they said, oh my God. They showed that on a training video. So they, more than 20 years later, or, I don't know what exact, 20 years later or something, they used facial recognition to throw him out. So think about that. If they can see if it's heads or tails on a quarter, they know what happened there in Vegas. They know exactly what happened. They have video of it. So, they're lying to us. They need to throw us a bone. They need to show us some video. And I think the video will prove that Paddock was not the shooter. Another thing, too, if you think about the timeline that Joe Lombardo, that there's even a article about this in the Review Journal, where MGM and Lombardo come up on a timeline, that they agree on a timeline. Well, it's kind of funny that the timeline they agree on is the one that gives Mandalay Bay the least amount of liability. And there was supposed to be an updated timeline, and we haven't gotten nothing. But they're probably working on it to get the least amount on liability on MGM, because the MGM resorts gives money to Lombardo's re-election campaign. They're all in bed together. They're all in cahoots. So, it's 7 o'clock here. It's still kind of dark outside. So, today I'm going to be breaching the door. Going to try to replicate the fuel tank shot. So, thank you Aces Wild MMA for sending me the info. And so think about everything I just said, guys. And there was another thing too. A guy said if he picked his nose at Caesars, they know what size the booger was at the Flamingo. Which is probably true. Every square inch of Vegas is covered by surveillance. There were surveillance cameras at the Route 91 concert. Look on the videos of them doing the FBI investigation there at the grounds. Look at on the poles, there's cameras. So we can all, speculate onto what really happened and do our best on finding things out, but the cameras don't lie. So it's awesome. We need to get that stuff. So thanks everybody. I'm trying to learn how to edit and do thumbnails. If somebody could help me out, that'd be awesome. Give me some pointers. But I'm going to need to get a bipod. So help me out on paypal.me/Alan Duckworth if you can. I know I say that a lot, but it all does help. So patreon.com/Alan Duckworth. And again, thank you Aces Wild MMA. So hammer down, Farmers for Truth, and I'll see you guys on the next one.